Hello everyone, this is Taria from Hidden Truth Tarot, and this is going to be for the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your monthly messages from Spirit for February 2020. Please keep in mind that these are channeled messages. This is an intuitive reading. I'm using the Energy Oracle along with the Animal Spirit Oracle, and I will be clarifying each of these energies that I pull with the Llewellyn's Tarot. And at the end of your reading, Scorpio, I will be pulling a postcard from Spirit for you as well. So let's see what messages come up here for you, Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. All right, we are ready. We have contract. The thinking woman. We have action. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Scorpio. What messages do you have for Scorpio? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. All right. We have the Owl Spirit. Beautiful. We have the Frog Spirit. Clear out the clutter. And we have the Wolf Spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Beautiful energies right here. All right. Give me just a moment. Okay. All right. Scorpio, I feel many of you are taking action at this time. And I feel like this has to do with this contract. Now, this contract can mean many different things to each one of you. You could have a business. You could have a lot of contracts that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. Now, for some of you, this could be a legal situation. Maybe this is an inheritance. Anything that you have to go through the court system, okay, and get like a final judgment on. And what I like about this is it's the number 6. Sixes represent balance and harmony. So what this tells me is that the scales of justice here, they will be balanced in your favor. Now, I do feel for those of you that you do deal with contracts on a day-to-day basis, this could have to do with clients, getting more clients, as well as if you have your own business, or maybe you have a career that you draw in clients with the work that you do. I feel that that could pick up for you, okay, at this time, as well as within the next few months, especially if you have been feeling a bit of stagnation. Look for things to pick up very quickly. Now, for those of you that are literally dealing with a legal situation, I do feel like it's coming to an end. It's almost over. And like I said before, there's a sense of fairness and balance here. Always make sure that you read the fine print. Make sure you know what you're signing up for, okay? And, you know, I feel for some of you, this has been dragging out for a long time. So I'm getting a sense here that when you receive this news, okay, that there are going to be some agreements and compromises here. I feel like it's going to be very unexpected, and it's going to catch you off guard. Because I'm getting the never-ending story here. It's taking forever for this to come about, and it's here, okay? There is an ending in sight here, and like I said, it is definitely for the betterment of your situation. Thank you, Spirit. Now, I am getting another message here. Those of you that have recently, or this could be in your past as well, you've been going through a divorce that could have been quite nasty. I feel, you know, if you're watching this and you're the one that's, you know, having problems getting rightfully what's yours, I do feel like, you know, this is going to come together, and it, you know, it's going to be fair. It's going to be just, okay? I feel like you're going to get what you want in this situation. I'm getting a home and I'm getting property, okay? So you definitely could come out of this divorce being the one that's going to keep the home and the property, all right? Thank you, spirits. All right, contract for Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Horned One. We have the King of Wands. And we have the Six of Cups. Yes. All right. So we're going to start here. We're going to start with the Horned One. This is the Devil. This is the energy of Capricorn coming through here. I definitely feel like if this is your business, if this is you waiting on a lawsuit, inheritance, any type of gain, okay, that once this is settled, you're going to get some type of material gain here. That's coming through as well. I feel for some of you, you know, you have been waiting a long time for this contract to come through. And with this energy of the Horned One coming up here, I feel like this is going to break you free, okay? Some of you have been going through some really tough times here. It's caused this energy and feeling of being limited and restricted here. And once you receive this news that the contracts are going to be signed, you know, you're definitely going to break free from this, okay? And definitely there's going to be like a material harvest coming in here. And you know, if this is a divorce or even a lawsuit, you could be dealing with someone that is just, they have that, you know, greedy mentality. They're trying to take, you know, everything that they can get from you. And like I said, I feel like you're going to come out on top here, okay? Now, we do have the Six of Cups coming up here, and we're talking about a contract. Like I said a moment ago, this is further confirmation. This is something that's been going on for a long time, okay? It's something from the past, okay? And, you know, I just feel like with this coming to an ending here, you're going to be blessed in so many ways. Now, another thing I am getting here, you know, I'm getting a soul contract, okay? Give me just a moment. Give me just a moment. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. So, Scorpio, this is only going to be for one or two of you. You're going to know if this message is for you. You have felt that you have been in a soul contract your whole life here. And this is really but what has felt like a heavy load, a heavy burden. It's left you feeling limited and restricted. This could have been a soul connection that you had maybe with someone who you were married to. This could have been a soul contract that you feel it's something karmic here that you've had to come back in this lifetime. Just know, and you know, I'm getting goosebumps here. My spirit guide is saying this has been lifted. You are no longer in this contract, okay? And it's time for you to move forward and move on. You're going to come out of that feeling of being stuck, okay? And it's almost like the karmic slate has been wiped clean here. So like I said, this message is only for one or two of you, and you're going to know it if it's for you. Now, we have the King of Wands coming up here. This is whether you're male or female. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I love the King of Wands because, you know, this is that go-getter energy. This is that entrepreneur type energy. Some of you are definitely into business. You deal with contracts, with your career. Some of you, this is, you know, you moving up in maybe into a leadership role or a new role with a career that you already have, and you're going to be dealing with contracts, or you might be signing a contract, okay, like signing on into this position for the next year or maybe 2 years. But this is a beautiful energy, because whatever the King of Wands sets out to do here, the King of Wands gets it done, okay? And nothing or anyone is going to stand in your way of what you're going after. So I love it, because it talks about how much passion and desire you have with what you're taking action on. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful energy. All right, so we have the thinking woman coming up here. I love this energy. You know, I feel for many of you Scorpios, this is an energy that you are embodying right now. Many of you are very goal-oriented. You're making a plan. You have a strategy, okay? Some of you are definitely thinking about going back to school. You know, and this could be you just gaining the knowledge, doing a lot of research about what you're taking action on. And you know, knowledge is power here. So, and that power can never be taken from you. And I'm really getting you guys going all in with what you're going after here. You're putting everything you've got into it. And this is what's going to bring in this success into your life as well. Now, for some of you, this is somebody that you have met. This is someone that is around you. If you haven't met them yet, you will be. This could be somebody that is going to be like a mentor to you, a teacher to you. I feel like this person, it could be an older male as well. It doesn't have to be a woman. But this somebody really offers you a different way of looking at things. It allows for you maybe to see the bigger picture of a situation, maybe something that you're going through. And getting a therapist or maybe even a counselor. This person, if you haven't met them yet, you're going to know it when you meet them, because you're going to feel like you've known them your whole life. You're really going to have a connection. And this person, you are meant to cross paths with this person at this time. This person is here to help you, whether it's spiritually, whether it's to help guide you, definitely to help empower you, Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I'm also getting a couple of you, you have a book inside of you, or maybe you write poetry, songs. You have a lot of creativity when it comes to writing, to share and offer to others. So if you've been procrastinating or maybe doubting yourself with your talents here, Spirit is saying, please move forward, okay? Because you got it, all right? You're on the right path. And what you're writing about, whether it's writing songs, poetry, or writing books, this is something that could be very, very successful, but it's going to require you to believe in yourself. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so we have the Hermit. Love it. Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands. All right, so the Hermit is the energy of Virgo. This talks about going within, checking in with Scorpio, okay? And when you take time out to do this, this is where spiritual enlightenment is gained. This is where you figure out which direction that you're going to go in, okay? You kind of have that inner knowing, that foresight here, because you're listening to your own inner guidance. This also allows for peace and harmony to come in as well, for you to be patient with the process, okay, with the journey that you're on, what you're working towards here. That's why it's always important to take time out to check in with yourself, because when you're doing this, it can really alleviate any anxiety or doubt or fear that you may be dealing with. with maybe what it is that you're wanting to put together here, what you're wanting to go after. Now you have the Four of Wands, and I love this. Some of you are definitely setting goals, making a plan to maybe get married, possibly buying a home for the first time, maybe paying off that mortgage. You know, this is a happy energy. This shows up whether you have, you know, a family or not. This talks about you laying a solid, unshakable foundation. And what's amazing is you have this, and you also have this energy of, you know, turning knowledge into wisdom right here. And I feel like with you going in and out of hermit mode, this is what has allowed you to be able to lay this foundation. This is what has allowed this knowledge, this wisdom to, you know, really empower you along your journey, along your path. Some of you definitely could be getting married. You could be combining a family. You could have children. Your significant other could have children. And I see happy times here. This has been coming up a lot in other readings as well. I'm getting a big family, okay? So some of you may be doing the Brady Bunch here. You may have 3 kids, and your partner may have 3 kids. That's what I'm getting. That's amazing. And I just feel like there's a lot of happiness. For others of you, you could be starting a business from home, okay? And it's going to be very successful because you're taking the time out here to turn this knowledge into wisdom by doing the research, by having a strategy. You know, you're not just having a plan A, you're having a backup plan. You know, you have plan B, plan C. And this is really what's going to allow for you to be able to move forward smoothly as well. Some of you may be planning a get-together, a ceremony, okay, as well. Now, we do have the Eight of Wands coming up here, and I love the Eight of Wands. This talks about what you put out into the universe is going to be coming back very quickly. And, you know, I'm getting here that these are messages, okay? This could be a word about you moving, okay? You being able to get that bank loan, purchase that house. And you may literally be moving out of state. So, you know, for one of you, I'm definitely seeing a lot of water. You're going to be moving overseas, possibly. For some of you, this is definitely news coming in here where your business or your career, you may start to be traveling, okay? You could be in sales. I do feel like for some of you, this is going to come in a form of a letter, an email, or a phone call. That job that you've been waiting to hear back from is going to be getting in contact with you, and this is something that is really going to make you it's going to make you so happy, Scorpio, because you've been waiting. And it's going to happen very quickly, and I feel like you're just going to have to pick up and grab your bags, and you're going to have to get going very quickly. But I feel like this is something that you want, so that's what makes it even more amazing right here. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so the next energy that we have is action, okay? And definitely for some of you, there's a need to take action, need to make a move very quickly in some area of your life. Now, this could have to do with a relationship. This could have to do with your job, your career, your business. This could definitely have to do with contracts as well for some of you. But, you know, the main thing that I'm getting from this, I'm getting a lot of balanced energies. I'm seeing the Chariot in my mind's eye, and I feel like things are going to pick up very quickly for some of you in a certain area of your life. And, you know, I feel like this is definitely coming after a time of maybe feeling not inspired, and now you're being, all of a sudden, it's like an aha moment. Maybe it's a creative vision, okay, and you're going to act on it, and it's going to re-inspire you. And you taking this action is really going to start to turn the wheel of fate in your favor, because you making that desired change and taking action on it and going after something that you truly want here is going to bring in this change of luck. You're going to come out of that stagnation. You're going to come out of that feeling of being uninspired, feeling blocked. You know, I feel for some of you, you're definitely taking back power and control over a certain situation, okay? And you're feeling empowered at this time. For some of you, most definitely this is talking about triumph, you know, and moving forward successfully as well. All right, let's pull some tarot here. Thank you, Spirit. Action for Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. We are ready. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Moon. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Very interesting. I feel like you being re-inspired and taking this action here, it has, you've come out of a cycle here. You've ended a cycle. You've made it to the finish line here, Scorpio. You know, when you receive the Nine of Wands, this is that wounded warrior type of energy. You may have, it may have taken years for you to complete a certain chapter in your book of life here in some area. You know, you may have even been wounded, but this really talks about how courageous you are. This talks about you having that spirit of perseverance here. You're at completion. You're at the finish line right here, okay? You've made it. You've overcome challenges. And, you know, I feel like for some of you, this is a straight up reward here for how far you've come, what you've been through, okay? Because I'm getting the energy of, you know, this was hard won. There was a lot of difficulties in this cycle right here. And I feel like with you being able to be at completion, you know, you do feel a little bit stressed out. You feel tired, okay? But it is over. And now this inspiration of being re-inspired to take action now, to start this new journey, this new chapter in your book of life, it's just amazing. I'm feeling a wonderful energy right here. The hair on my arms are standing up. I love it. I mean, you've earned this. You've worked very hard for this. Now you have the Moon coming up here, and this is the energy of Pisces. And you know what's amazing about this is I feel that many of you are so tapped into that psychic energy that's flowing within you and through you. This is what's allowed for you to have that spirit of perseverance, to be able to complete a cycle, and knowing that you are divinely guided, okay? And knowing that, yes, there were a lot of divine detours along the way, but you were still able to persevere, okay? And you listen to your own inner guidance. And this is what's allowed for you, you know, to come out, I feel like, even with so much more inner strength and wisdom, okay, that was gained. You know, many of you are paying attention to your dreams, signs, symbolism, synchronicities. You're doing automatic writing, dream journaling. Some of you, I'm getting a sense here that you do your own oracles. You do your own tarot. Maybe you work with pendulums. I'm getting a vision board as well. That's amazing. But you are in spirit communication here. You understand that divine connection that you have. And this is what's allowed for you to have all this growth. This is what's, you know, I'm almost getting, you guys made it to the finish line. You've seen the light at the end of the tunnel coming out of that dark night of the soul is what I'm getting here. And because you've done a lot of time, if you'll notice in this picture right here, there's a lot of reflecting, a lot of inner reflecting, balancing energies. And you have the owl here. What's been gained is, you know, knowledge of self. So I definitely feel that's where you have, you know, made it, and now you're being re-inspired. Like I said, this could have been a creative vision or idea that was, you know, you found within yourself while you were in this time of deep reflection right here. And now you are being re-inspired to take action. We have the Page of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. You know, this tells me that whatever this that you're taking action on, what you're being re-inspired to do here, I am getting, again, it's a money-making idea. It's a money-making project. Maybe it's a new business. Maybe this is you coming out of that dark night of the soul, being re-inspired to go after a different career. Maybe you were in the same career for many years and you're realizing that that's not your true destiny, okay? Because you've gained a lot of insight here. And now you're taking action. And I feel like with this coming up here, Spirit is saying, as long as you nurture this seed, there will be so much growth, especially when we're talking about financial gain here. This is something that is realistic. It's within reach, Scorpio. It's practical. It's doable. And this is you knowing this and going after it. Thank you, Spirit. And I love it because we have the owl here and we have the owl spirit coming up here next. You guys know I'm a big fan of owls. I love owls. All right, so we have the owl spirit. You see clearly now. Most definitely, those of you that have come out of that dark night of the soul, you have the clarity that you need to move forward because you have foresight. Your crown chakra is open. Your third eye is open. You know, you're not missing a beat anywhere. Okay, and now you can take action. Now you can go after what you truly want. Now you can start laying a solid, unshakable foundation. And I feel like this has to do with your career or your business or maybe starting a business here. Thank you, Spirit. Definitely in spirit communication. You guys do me a favor. Go and look up the meaning of the owl spirit, the spiritual meaning as well. That's going to bring you a lot of clarity. A lot of clarity into your situation. Thank you, Spirit, the owl spirit for Scorpio. You see clearly now. I feel some of you have really had a major breakthrough spiritually. You've shifted and, you know, your energy is you know, off the charts. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Oh, my goodness. We have the Nine of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. All right, so we're going to do the Three of Swords first. This is all about timing. I feel like for many of you, what you're seeing clearly now, what you're taking action now, it's going to take, I don't think it's going to take as long. I don't think it's 3 years out. You know, my guide is telling me 9 months. For some of you, what you're taking action on right now, it's 3 months out as well. Now, if we're talking about you going back and getting your education, then most definitely we could be talking about maybe the next 3 or 4 years with what you're working towards here. Now, I am getting for a few of you, you know, you see clearly now because you've went through that dark night of the soul. You know what heartbreak, you know what loss, disappointment is with this coming up here. But you chose to learn from it. You've gained so much knowledge and wisdom from your past cycles. And, you know, this is taking, you know, knowledge is power. And you guys know this. And that power that you learn, that wisdom that you take from any type of, you know, difficulties in your life, that can never be taken from you. And it can help you to see the red flags. It can help you see somebody that's wearing a false mask that could be making themselves known to you. And you see right through them because you have that foresight. You have clear vision right here. That's what comes from, you know, turning knowledge, learning from past mistakes or disappointments or whatever it was that you've been through. That's what happens. It allows for you to be able to see BS coming a mile away, okay? Because you took the time out to gain that knowledge from those situations in your life. Now we have the Nine of Pentacles coming up here. You know, you definitely have a clear vision of your independence, being self-reliant here. For some of you, you're definitely starting a new beginning of, you know, building your financial empire here. You know, this talks about, you know, stability and security right here, as well as you believing in yourself, knowing that, you know, what you're building right now, you will have a material harvest come from this, okay? And most definitely could be a, you know, like I said, some of you, I feel, are stepping outside of your comfort zone, literally. You're going after something that you've always fantasized, you dreamed about, and now you're taking action on it, and you're going to be cared for, Scorpio, because when you get in true alignment with your destiny, true alignment with your spirit, becoming one with your higher self, as well as spirit, this is when opportunities come. This is when doors start opening up for you. This is when, you know, money, it doesn't become a problem. You're not worrying about how you're going to pay your bills. You're not worrying about how you're going to live, because, you know, things just start falling into place. You already know that because you're in alignment, you know, that all your tomorrows are taken care of. You know, you are cared for because you are part of the divine, and, you know, spirit is taking care of you. Queen of Pentacles, here it is. You know, whether you're female or male. Again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This talks about stability and security. This talks about what you're going after, Scorpio, is so practical. It's within reach. Some of you are already starting to see the beginning of this, or maybe you're to the point where you're starting to feel that stability, that security in your life. Many of you are building a business here, or you're building a new career that, or, you know, or taking on a new role with a career that you already have. And it's really going to bring in a lot more financial gain into your situation. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So now we have the Frog Spirit. Clear out the clutter. You know, some of you could be doing some spring cleaning, okay? You could be cleaning out your closets. You could be going through stuff. You know, getting rid of the old, making way for the new. You could be donating your stuff to people that are in need. But, you know, I feel for the majority of you, this is making sure that, you know, you're clearing out the clutter of your mind, your thinking. You're making sure that if a negative thought creeps up in your, you know, in your thoughts, or you start to hear yourself communicating something that could be unsavory or negative, you replace it immediately with something positive. I feel like when this shows up, this is you knowing and understanding that you are the manifester and co-creator of your reality. And what you think about, what you communicate, is what you create, okay? And that's why it's very important to be mindful of what you think about and what you say. For some of you, I definitely, this is, you know, not for everybody, but maybe for one or two of you, you know, you might want to write down some positive, you know, sayings or affirmations. You know, you can make them up yourself and memorize them. And when you know, if you're prone to thinking negativity or saying something that's negative, you can immediately replace it with that positive affirmation. Because, you know, you want to be mindful of that, because, you know, you are a co-creator, you know, and it's up to you to, you know, make sure that what you are creating in your reality is positive, okay? You don't want to, you know, have something negative take place. Thank you, Spirit. Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. And I feel this is coming up here, Scorpio, because you guys, you know, you are manifesting. Some of you are really manifesting a desired outcome. And you want to make sure that, you know, you get it. And not get, I mean, most definitely you could get the desired outcome, but there could be a negative attachment that comes along with it if you're not mindful of what you're communicating and what you're thinking about as well. Thank you, Spirit. Woo, my goodness. That flew right on out there. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. Oh my goodness, and the Magician. I knew it. Talking about you guys being the co-creators and manifestors of your reality, and here it is. Bam, the Magician. There you are, embodying that energy. The Two of Pentacles coming up here. I feel like this is that decision, you know, for you to take back power and control over your thoughts and what you communicate here. Because you're understanding how powerful you are, each and every one of you. You know, and for some of you, you're definitely wanting to manifest a desired outcome. You may have recently been through some setbacks, okay? You may have recently had to do a divine detour. And, you know, you could have had foresight of a ending of a situation coming up here, and you're not happy with it. And this is you, I feel like, doing that divine detour and manifesting and co-creating that desired outcome here. Now, for some of you, this is definitely working within yourself, doing that spiritual alchemy here. You know, turning any type of negative energies or thoughts or anything like that and transmuting it into something positive, because you're understanding you are the Magician right here. You're embodying this energy. Each and every one of you are so powerful. This is the energy of Gemini and Virgo right here. This is you knowing that as long as you use that laser focused intention, Scorpio, you're going to hit your mark here, okay? You're going to get what you want. That's why you got to make sure that you clean up your mind, your thoughts. It's very important because you are so powerful. You are the God and Goddess within each and every one of you. This is you understanding how magical you are and how you see the magic in everything that's around you as well as everybody else. And this is you being focused. This is you using your mind, using your intellect, and communicating what you're wanting to create and knowing that you're going to achieve it. Woo! Thank you, Spirit. I love it. Powerful energies that I'm feeling. All right, and then you have, you know, this amazing energy right here with the wolf spirit. I love it. Turn knowledge into wisdom. And, you know, I'm seeing you doing this, you know, with each of these energies. There's so many different stories or situations, okay? But it seems like throughout all of them, we're talking about you doing exactly this. You turning knowledge into wisdom, which therefore is power. You know, this is you doing a review of past cycles and challenges and difficulties and choosing to learn from them so they're not repeated, okay? And it's just a beautiful energy. It's so powerful. It's beautiful. And, you know, this is knowledge that can never be taken from you. That's what makes it even more powerful. Thank you, Spirit. Wolf Spirit for Scorpio Spirit. Thank you. Alright, we got it. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Three of Swords again. And we have the Ten of Cups. That's amazing. Again, we're talking about, I'm going to do the Three of Swords again. We're talking about, you guys, there's definitely a lot of timing that's going on, divine timing for some of you. For others of you, this is definitely you gaining that knowledge, doing that research, making a plan. Some of you, again, we're talking about you gaining knowledge from past hurts, disappointments, and loss, but you're turning it into power. You're choosing not to let whatever this was, if it was, you know, nasty situations or nasty people that you dealt with, really hard, difficult times. You're not basking in that. You're choosing to turn that into something that can fuel you for the present as well as in the future. Then you have the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius right here, and I love this. You know, for many of you, turning this knowledge into wisdom here has allowed for you to have insight, creative vision, fresh ideas. It's like having that aha moment here where, you know, you just automatically know what you want. For some of you, this is you going after your heart's true desire right here. Something that you're very passionate about. For some of you, I do feel there's going to be some news coming in here. Something that you've been waiting to hear. And it's going to be very exciting, okay? And this is something that you've already took action on. This is something that you've already planted the seeds for. You've nurtured them, and it's going to be coming back. Now you have the Ten of Cups, and I mean, this is just awesome, okay? Whether you have a family or not, this is about your happiness. This is about what you do that brings you emotional satisfaction and joy here. And this talks about your cup runneth over. This talks about, with the rainbow back here, endless opportunities and possibilities. And Spirit says there is a great deal of more of this to come. There's a promise of it because you are in true alignment with what your destiny is. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, I love it, Scorpio. Let's pull a postcard from Spirit and see what extra message comes up here. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Is your mama getting excited, BJ? Yes. Oh, my babies are surrounding me. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Scorpio. Extra message do you have for Scorpio? Oh, we got it right here. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday moment-to-moment experience? Thinking you will find happiness out there someday? So many go chasing a magic it out there, but it never could be found there. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What made you is pure joy. And every time you wake up and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy, being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, and lighting it in your heart so you can share it. You must know this, so when the time comes, you will be fully free, and your joyful being and actions will turn you into a beacon of starlight. Look within and be joyful, even for tears and loss, for they mean you have lived, really lived. Jump into it all and love every minute. We all love you like crazy over here, Scorpio. That's just beautiful. Yes. All right. I love each and every one of you with all of my heart. Please leave me a comment and let me know how these energies are playing out in your situation. And I send you all my love, wishes, and blessings. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye, Scorpio.